My protein for this project is alpha-synuclein. The structure of this is intrinsically disordered, which means that there's no actual set 3D conformation. It contains two alpha helices and it's 140 amino acids in length. For the function, it's right now believed to alter the vesicles and neurotransmitter release at presynaptic axon terminals in the brain. And it's currently hypothesized that this protein binds and alters the phospholipid membrane bilayer of those vesicles, which alters their mobility and it reduces the synaptic vessel recycling and subsequent neurotransmitter release. Additionally, it's been found that it can help modulate DNA repair processes with double strand breaks, but those are only in mice tests. Some of the associated disorders, they're all three synucleinopathies, which are disorders from the altered protein. Parkinson's, dementia with Lewy bodies, and multiple system atrophy. They all show motor disorders, cognitive disorders like Brady, or cognitive decline, memory impairment, and dementia. With the atrophy, there's autonomic failure, issues with coordination of movement, which is also very similar in Parkinson's disease. Connecting this disorder, the SNCA gene encodes for the production of this protein, which is normally soluble, and a mutation in the gene causes the protein to become insoluble, and they accumulate as Lewy bodies in neurons and other nervous cells or support cells with the nervous system, and they block and impair the function at the terminals, which inhibits neurotransmitter release. And additionally, they're toxic, which means it can cause death of the neuron. Connecting this further with Parkinson's disease, there are neurons in the substantia nigra, which is an area of the midbrain, and they're impaired from the accumulation of the Lewy bodies. This impairs the signaling of dopamine to the basal ganglia, and the basal ganglia is imperative for motor control. So if you have less signaling towards that, it ruins the motor function. And it only continues to get worse as more and more accumulation happens. This is a GIF of the fibril structure that it can take on as a Lewy body, and it's actually quite similar to the amyloid beta fibril structure, which is an issue with Alzheimer's disease. It's quite similar, but it just shows it right here that it accumulates and it only causes it's not soluble anymore and it causes issues. And an additional not really fun fact, depending on if it's bad, intestinal biopsies can show the levels of alpha-synuclein you have in your gut, and elevated levels are typically indicative of future synucleinopathies. So if that is in your future, you might want to get that checked out.